Hello everybody, you join me for my third and probably final unboxing of the week. I've got 5 Beatles records to show you today. I haven't looked at them yet, so I'm just going to set the camera up and we'll take a look at them together. So as usual, on the face of it, it would seem like I got a good buy with this lot. I think I paid, well, definitely less than £15 per item. So, provided that they're in half decent nick, then that should have been a bargain. 2 secs, let me just pause this. I didn't realise this was double boxed. Okay, sorry about that. That caught me on the hop a little bit. Okay, so let's take a look. An old favourite to the channel. So the sleeve is looking pretty nice at the moment. There is the spine. Notice sort of the laminate lifts a little bit along the spine there, but that's nothing terrible. Although I think it's an early pressing, once again it doesn't have the misaligned apple on the sleeve. I think this is maybe from the early 70s. Oh, it's got an original, I think that's an apple sleeve. Maybe not, I'm not sure. Let's not worry too much about that. Let's have a look at the condition of the record because that's what matters. So, it's not a first pressing. The very, very early ones had darker green apples, and the 33 1/3 was all the way over aligned to the left. But I think it's the same matrix number as the first pressing. It's YEX749. Oh, it's -2. I'm not sure about that. Put a comment in the comments box if you know anything about that. But condition-wise, side A looks great. Really nice. Shouldn't be any problems with playback on that. So have a look at side B. Okay. It's looking nice. Really late copies of this had rim text all the way around. You can tell that it's quite an early copy because there's a break in this rim text, but you can tell it's not terribly early because it's got Her Majesty listed on side B. We've got YEX 750-1. So it's not the most sought after copy of Abbey Road in the world. However, it is a nice one. And I would say that that is sort of a medium grade collectible in pretty decent condition. What next? Let's take a look at the Red compilation, 1962 to 1966. Recently reissued, of course, in an all singing, all dancing Emperor's New Clothes format, but this is the original real deal. The sleeve looks really nice at the moment, ever so nice in fact. The vast majority of these you find absolutely beaten to hell and back, because they got lots of use, but this would seem like a well looked after copy. The inner sleeves are not only here, but they are pretty much intact. That is side A. It really barely looks like it's been played, actually. There's side B. Okay, without wanting to get too far ahead of myself, I think this is a really nice copy. Look at that. Really good shape. There we have it. That is a lovely copy. Never going to be weapons grade collectible, but in that sort of shape, that's a very nice item, and there'll certainly be someone out there that's really interested in that. Got 3 more to show you. Let's have a look at a UK mono copy of Help from the 1960s. There's the spine. Back of the sleeve looks nice, if anything slightly nicer than the one I showed you yesterday. I think I've now got 3 spare copies of Help, which is a bit ridiculous. Let's take a look at the disc. So it's a first pressing. I think this one has got a little bit of wear. There's a mark there and a mark there. I don't think they're terribly deep. They shouldn't really have a dreadful impact on play, but nonetheless not in quite such nice shape as the first 2 items that I've shown you. We've got XEX549-2. This is exactly the same copy as I showed you yesterday, pressing wise anyway, and 550-2 on side B. Generally quite a nice copy. There's a little bit slight signs of wear, but yeah, that's pretty decent. Okay, lovely. So 2 more to show you. Let's go with this Beatles for Sale. It's a UK mono copy. Similarly as with Help, these all tend to be quite standard. There's not really any sort of anomalies or misprints from the 1960s with these, as far as I'm aware. So it really just boils down to condition of this, and that's actually a pretty nice copy. We've got XEX5033N on side A. That's looking pretty tidy, isn't it? And 504-3N on side B. There are light marks on side B, possibly not getting picked up on the camera, which sort of goes to show you that they're not terribly bad. And nicely with this one, often you'll find that these covers are in horrible condition, but this is pretty nice. You can see where it started to give a little bit on this spine, on the hinge there, because they weren't terribly well designed. But generally it's clean, undamaged and intact. So that's a nice sleeve and a nice record. Very nice. And lastly, let's show you what's possibly the most collectible one here. It's going to be either this or Abbey Road, I think. So this is the front of the sleeve of a Revolver. It is a mono copy. As you probably guessed, it's a British copy. We've got a little bit of shelf wear there, unfortunately. That's a bit sad, isn't it? It's a fairly early sleeve. It's got Dr. Robert, the abbreviated form of Doctor, on the sleeve. The sleeve is just a little bit worn along the edge there. So here we have Matrix 605-2 on side A. It's quite a nice early copy. It's not a first pressing. It's a slightly later one, in fact. It's got Dr. Robert as in the entire word rather than the abbreviated form on side B. We've got matrix XEX 606-3 on side B. That looks to be in pretty decent shape. There's a little bit of a dink there. Hopefully that doesn't affect play. It looks like it could do, so I'm not completely sure, which would be sad because that'll be towards the end of Tomorrow Never Knows. So we'll have to see about that. Provided that plays okay, then once again, that's a fairly decent copy of Revolver in what I would consider to be quite a nice Garrett and Lofthouse flip back sleeve, apart from a little bit of wear along that seam. So that's that. That's all of those. I'm not sure if I told you how much I paid. I think I did. So yeah, that's that for today. I have to get them tested. They look like they should generally play okay. So I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, then please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. They're coming thick and fast at the moment, but I'm not sure when the next video will be posted. But for now, that's it. So I'll see you again soon. See you later. Bye, everyone.